Alright everyone, I don't normally do fifth videos during the day, but I figured that this particular story, assuming that this bombshell is true, and I'm going to explain why even if it's not, it literally doesn't matter, but assuming this bombshell is true, it's basically the end of the Joe Biden campaign. At least if people decide to stand on principle, get past their partisan bullshit, get past, well, Donald Trump he's orange. He's Hitler, therefore I have to vote against him. If you're not completely taken in by TDS, and there's any truth to this story at all, you'd be a moron to vote for Joe Biden, on top of the moronism of voting for him for his economic platform and the possibility of him starting several wars. Link in the description. And this is from Gateway Pundit. I'm going to refer to this interchangeably, so if I'm not looking at the camera, there's a reason for that. I have archived it just out of habit. I don't have a problem with the Gateway Pundit, but you got to understand, even the most trustworthy news source is never 100%. Out of habit, I just archive everything. I'm part of the Archive Everything Army. You should always use archive.today. Don't use the Wayback Machine because they've been caught scrubbing political articles at this point. Title: Breaking exclusive. This was not long ago, I think like an hour or two. Text messages show VP Biden and his wife colluded to suppress Hunter's actions with a certain minor. Long story short, the allegation, and that is technically all it is, because I don't have any proof of this, because literally the text messages are part of an allegation. The allegation is that Hunter Biden had inappropriate contact with a minor, and that what happened is that Jim Biden, which is Joe Biden's brother, Jill Biden, his mom, and Joe Biden were aware, and in the case of Jim Biden, attempted to collude with Hunter Biden to squish things out, to prevent it from getting out there, to prevent people from knowing that Hunter Biden had decided to dick a child or something to that effect. Now, so far, and the allegation is somebody is claiming that Giuliani has referenced this actually in his radio show as of today and corroborated the fact that this is real. If that's true, and I can't prove that it's true because I don't have the audio right now, I don't follow his radio show, someone can get that to me on Twitter DM if it's real. And that'll definitely be a bombshell. I would definitely consider it true. So far, not one thing Giuliani or any of these other groups that are reporting on this situation have shown us has been false. We know that the emails are real. We can corroborate that. We've got Bob Alinsky, we've got that first person who corroborated the emails. The videos and pictures are not only corroborated, but not even controversial. What's happened is that the Biden camp hasn't even denied them. They haven't denied that the video is real. But I'm going to go through this a little bit. This is actually, the second part of this is almost more interesting. Biden did not let WYOU reporter Andy Mehelshik, and I may be mispronouncing that, apologies, get through his question before snapping during an event on Saturday. This is a couple days ago. Questions and controversy continue today about Hunter Biden, your son, Mehelshik began. There is no controversy, he interjected. That's all a lie. It's a flat lie because the president has nothing else to run on now. If you know anything about the behavior of people that are lying, you'd know that this is pretty stereotypical, actually. He's not addressing the actual concerns. He's pretending the concerns don't exist at all and then pivoting to talk about Donald Trump. A more appropriate way to answer this would be, hey, the controversy is bullshit. My son did not dick prostitutes, but he did, and that's the problem. He didn't smoke crack, but he did, and that's the problem. He didn't do anything with an underage person. See, here's the problem. If that's bullshit, why isn't it being flat out denied? Is it because Biden actually thinks that there's some evidence on Hunter Biden's laptop that it happened? Is it because Hunter Biden was summoned in the middle of the night at like 2 a.m. to answer to his father, and his father's like, is that on the laptop? And Hunter said, oh, I don't know. Probably. Sorry, I was on crack at the time. I think that's probably what happened. It wasn't even sleazy martinis crack either. Of course, Biden is the one who's lying. His leaked emails have revealed deep levels of corruption, and homemade porn of his son smoking crack with prostitutes is all over the internet. That's not a lie. WAPO was trying to cover its ass earlier and saying, well, we don't know whether Trump or Biden is actually right on these allegations, like the way that they framed it. Well, we do. That's the whole thing. It's a lie by structure in some ways. There is no controversy. You're correct about that. Joe Biden is correct. There is no controversy. Hunter Biden smoked crack. He solicited prostitutes. At the very least, there were allegations on multiple occasions of impropriety with minors. His dad knew about all of these things, and here's what pisses me off. It's not Hunter Biden fucking a prostitute. I don't really support the idea of soliciting prostitutes. I don't think it should be illegal, but it's still sleazy. I don't think crack should be illegal. Don't have any problem with it. I don't care if he does drugs. Here's what I have a problem with. And it's not about Hunter Biden. It's about Joe Biden. I have a problem with hypocrisy. I have a problem with the fact that Joe Biden, the literal architect of the 94 tough on crime legislation that spawned a million state-level and local offshoots, has been responsible for hundreds of thousands of people being incarcerated for extended periods for nonviolent offenses like soliciting prostitutes and smoking crack, as well as just having a goddamn fucking gram of marijuana, like I had a million times when I was in college. He's responsible for hundreds of thousands of people being incarcerated under felony charges for these things, while Hunter Biden has not done a day. He's had no repercussions, and Joe knew it. Here's what pisses me off. Joe Biden knew that his son was doing the same things that he was willingly throwing people in prison for extended periods for, and nothing was done. If you had any nobility at all, you would have thrown your son in a federal supermax under the same laws that you've enforced on many other people. Kamala Harris is the same way. Vapid hypocrite bitch that she is. Kamala Harris in California threw people in prison because their kids missed the bus. Very tough on crime. She has no problem whatsoever with the Hunter Biden scandal. In fact, she said that she believed Biden's accusers, which, maybe they're telling the truth, maybe they're not. Like father, like son, I guess, right? Maybe Tara Reid wasn't full of shit after all. But she doesn't have a problem with him now. Of course, she said that she believed him a year ago. Now, of course, she's the VP, she's the running mate. So she doesn't care about them anymore, does she? The hypocrisy is what pisses me off. Nothing else. I don't care if you smoke. I don't have any problem. I know some of my subscribers, statistically, there are 470,000 of you out there. Some of you have smoked a little crack. Some of you are going to smoke a little crack tonight. I hope that your high is very good. You should get off of that stuff and do something more productive. Some of you will smoke crack. A couple of you will probably hire a prostitute tonight. I don't want to see you prosecuted, but there's the difference, though. Joe Biden did. He did for his entire Senate career. He did as VP. Only in the last few months has he apologized for these things. And it's that hypocrisy that, in my opinion, disqualifies him completely. We don't need a hypocrite commander-in-chief. If Trump's kid, let's say that Bannon Trump were caught out tomorrow in one of the 20 or 30 mansions that Trump owns. Barron Trump, who's I think 15 or something. He's smoking a little weed or something like that. The media would have a frenzy. Barron Trump smoked weed. Don Jr. snorted cocaine. They've talked about Trump potentially using drugs. Oh my God, he's on Adderall. Oh my God, he snorted cocaine. He made sniffing noises. He must be on drugs. Yeah, big problem with that, you tabloid fuckers. But you have no problem with the fact that the son of the person who wants to be president might be completely compromised to the point where there could be blackmail involved. I would think that'd be a blackmailable sort of thing. And Joe knew it. The most damning part is that Joe, at the very least, even if I assume that this is bullshit, let's assume that I assume that Hunter Biden never did anything with a minor, only with grown adults. He solicited prostitutes, he was smoking crack and probably doing other drugs as well, doing weird shit, at least trying to set up business deals through the Ukraine with Chinese firms for his dad to pocket tens of millions of dollars. At the very least, is a sleazeball. His dad knew about these things and did nothing, while incarcerating others and rambling to the American public, lecturing us about what nobility is. What is it to be righteous? Well, Trump ain't a righteous individual. Corn Pop was better. When he tried to stick me with that straight razor, Corn Pop was being better than Trump. That's the problem. Hypocrisy. We need to shove the hypocrites out of D.C. Of course, D.C. will be kind of empty after we do that, but, we can try. We can at least try. To all of you voters out there, your responsibility now is clear. It is black and white. Vote Trump. Whether you consider it lesser of two evils, the better of two goods, just a strategic move to keep a complete corrupt asshole out of the White House, to keep Hunter Biden from, I guess, doing stuff in the Oval Office. Regardless, it is now your responsibility to act on behalf of your republic. This is crazy. If this happened with a Republican candidate, their election would have been over by now. If Trump had been involved in anything like this, he'd be gone. Republicans would have thrown him under the goddamn bus. Democrats, now, to their credit, they circle the wagon. The Democrats will just shut up about it, hope that it doesn't reach mainstream media reporting. CNN, please don't talk about this. MSNBC, if you talk about this, call it Chinese disinfo. We've only got another week to go. You can do it. Amy Coney Barrett's being confirmed later today. I can't wait to see this goddamn election. If you voted for Biden by mail-in ballot, I feel sorry for you, dude. Because I think that some of you definitely regret your vote by this point. This is nuts. Take a look at the description, at the link in the description here. Archived, of course. You always use archive.today, even if it's a friendly report. Even if it's on Twitter. I've archived things by people who are totally independent commentators just because they might get banned for saying what they said. It's just a little bit of added security. Joe Biden's nuts. And also he thinks that he's running against George W. Bush, apparently. So, you know, I don't know what's going on upstairs, but it ain't much. That's about all. Peace out.